The Allied Joint Force Command Brunssum is a NATO command at Brunssum, the Netherlands. History. Originally the command was known as Headquarters, Allied Forces Central Europe when it was activated in August 1953 in Fontainebleau, outside Paris, France. After General Dwight D. Eisenhower was appointed as Supreme Allied Commander Europe in 1950, he found that devising command arrangements in the central region, which contained the bulk of NATO's forces, was to be complicated. General Eisenhower considered naming an overall commander-in-chief from the central region but soon realized it would be difficult to find an arrangement that would satisfy all three major powers with forces in the center, the United States, United Kingdom and France, because the views on the proper relationship of air and ground power differed significantly. Drawing upon his Second World War experience, Eisenhower decided to retain overall control himself and did not appoint a CINC for the central region. Instead there would be three separate commanders-in-chief, all reporting directly to SACEUR. Vice Admiral Robert Jojard of the French Navy was appointed as Flag Officer Central Europe, and served from the 2nd of April 1951 until the 20th of August 1953. On the 20th of August 1953, General Ridgway, Eisenhower's successor, established a single commander-in-chief for the region with subordinate land, air and naval commanders. One of the command's exercises in the 1950s was Operation Counterpunch. Counterpunch was a September 1957 AFCENT air-ground military exercise that also tested NATO's integrated air defense system in its Central European front. The exercise involved the national air defense systems of Britain, France, Belgium and the Netherlands, with General d'Armée Jean-Étienne Valois, French Army, NATO's Commander-in-Chief, Allied Forces Central Europe, in overall command. Operation Counterpunch revealed deficiencies in the integrated NATO air defense system as well as Air Force responsiveness to theoretical Soviet and Warsaw Pact ground advances. After July 1962 and the establishment of Commander Allied Forces Baltic approaches, German naval forces were shifted into the command. Thereafter there was no longer any need for the small headquarters of Allied Naval Forces Central Europe and its two subordinate commands, and they were disestablished in 1962, leaving naval liaison provided by a U.S. naval officer. AFCENT remained in France under French command until 1967, when France removed itself from the military command structure. The headquarters was moved to Brunssum in 1967 and activated under German command. In 2000, the deactivation of headquarters, Allied Forces Northern Europe in Colossus, Norway led to the redesignation of AFCENT as regional headquarters, Allied Forces Northern Europe. The headquarters operated as RHQ-AFNORTH until 2004, when it was renamed Allied Joint Force Command Brunssum to add flexibility to the military command structure by removing regional restrictions. Circa 2010, JFC Brunssum appears to be responsible for Contingency Plan Eagle Guardian, NATO's Article 5 plan to defend Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia facilities. Hendrik Camp is the headquarters and main base area of JFC Brunssum. Other organizations located on Hendrik Camp are the NATO Communication and Information System Services Agency, Sector Brunssum, and the NATO Airborne Early Warning and AMP Control Program Management Agency. Hendrik Camp also boasts an all-ranks club called Club 13, a small tax-free department store called the Biennamp, a store, a film theater, and a gymnasium. Additional services are provided by the AAFES on U.S. Army Garrison Shinnon. Static War Headquarters Castlegate. Static War Headquarters Castlegate is a NATO command and communications bunker located approximately 2 kilometers northeast of the town of Linnich, Germany. SWHQ Castlegate is operated in caretaker status by a German military contingent. Subordinate commands. During the Cold War, AFCENT was the higher headquarters for the Northern Army Group, the Central Army Group and Allied Air Force Central Europe. The commanders of these units, called principal subordinate commanders, had only limited peacetime authority. For example, the British Army of the Rhine was assigned to NORTHAG, but the PSC has little or no say in areas such as training, doctrine, logistics, and rules of engagement. The U.S. Third Corps was allocated as the AFCENT Reserve. On activation, it would have deployed to Europe from bases in the United States. A forward element, 3rd Brigade, U.S. 2nd Armored Division, was located at Garlstedt, Germany. U.S. Third Corps also maintained a forward headquarters at Tapen Kazerne, Maastricht, Netherlands. Commanders. The commander of JFCB is known as Commander, Joint Force Command Brunssum. The position was formerly known as Commander-in-Chief North and Commander-in-Chief Central. JFCB is normally commanded by a German general but now is commanded by an Italian four-star general for the great contribution of the Italian armed forces to NATO. The current commander is General Salvatore Farina of the Italian Army.